meeting a narcissist spiritual trainer? Great question. Most of the people who consistently attract narcissistic people are typically born into a family, mother, father, just people who are the, let's say, leaders of the family, parental figures. Even if your parents didn't raise you, it could have been a grandmother, aunt, uncle. I was raised around narcissistic people. Now, the scripture says that God knew us when, before we were even in our mom's womb, because he knitted us, he formed us perfectly, right, for his will. So when we were born into these families, every single human being has a job to do. Every single person, whether you have a disability or not, whatever race you are born with a specific destiny. Now, Satan knows our destiny, not the fullness, but he knows if we have a gift of prophecy. He knows that if we have different gifts to bring down the kingdom of darkness, which is Satan's kingdom. So from when you were a little child, you were tormented. It could have been you were bullied. Your family could have, you could have been a family scapegoat. You could have been a forgotten child. You were ignored. You were abused, sexually abused. A lot of different things Satan allowed to happen because he never wanted you to come into the fullness of who you are. Satan is very wise, and he knows that trauma is the gateway to a person literally losing faith in God, turning their back on God. Most people walking around today have a lot of anger and hatred towards God because they feel like, how could you allow me to be abused as a child? And how could you allow this narcissist to abuse me and all these other things? But what you weren't aware of, what most people aren't aware of, is that the abuse that you suffered from a child, and even when you met the narcissist, was training for your calling. See, God put you in that family because he wanted you to study those demonic spirits and how they work. He wanted you to study the spirit of Leviathan, which is the spirit of pride. He wanted you to study the spirit of Jezebel. Jezebel inhabits all narcissists. Leviathan inhabits the bodies of all narcissists. They literally torment these people, and that's why narcissists are so cruel and evil, because they are demonically driven. So God used your life and he trained you. You didn't know it, but he allowed certain things so that you could come into the fullness of who you are, learn these spirits, and defeat Satan's kingdom. So that's how you were spiritually trained. Learn it, study, destroy Satan's kingdom.